Hello, shift makers. Welcome to the Shift Makers podcast, which is a source of inspiration for anyone who's thinking about making a personal and professional shift. And the people that we are interviewing are professional life coaches that took the leap of faith at a certain point in their life and managed to overcome all obstacles and grow. By hearing their story, we learn what they've done and why they've done it. So we're increasing our confidence that it is possible to make the shift and live the life we want. In today's meeting, we have with us the shift maker, Gabriela. Hello, Gabriela.
Hi, hello everyone. Thank you for having me today.
Really appreciate that you accepted my invitation to be a source of inspiration for us today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so as usual, the first question is straight in the subject, and with no further introduction, if you're ready, should I go for it?
Go for it.
Okay, let's go for it. Then, Gabriela, tell us, what is a word that defines you best from a personal and professional perspective, if you want one for each side?
Nice one. Yeah, I think I can choose one word for both, actually. And for those who know me would not be surprised by this. I think that the word that best describes me is love.
Love, really powerful. Okay, tell us, what made you choose this word?
Yeah, love has always been the force that has been guiding my life ever since I know myself. I mean, I believe that love is the purest and most powerful energy in the world, that, you know, it can turn any person or any situation into its best. And our pure essence is love. And when we are connected to it, that's when we can really grow and we can have the most extraordinary and thriving relationships and life experiences. And even for myself, when I'm in doubt or I don't know how to react, I ask myself, what would love do? And then I know that that's the right answer. So really, for me, it's always been my guiding principle in life.
Okay, so you're taking love as a guiding principle for your life, and did you always take this word or source of love? Did you always did this, or it's just that you discovered along the way how it went?
I think that I've always done it. Being conscious about it has come a little bit more towards adulthood. I think that when I was maybe a teenager, you know, like any teenager, I had my doubts. But I think that as I built my personality and I knew what values are important to me, I knew that that's what will be the light for my life.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay, sounds really nice, and I see that you are really passionate when you're speaking with your wholehearted into this. Nice, really powerful word love, of course. Tell us, what is to go a little bit in your past and to learn a little bit about yourself, who you are. What is a personal and professional shift that you are proud of?
It's a difficult one to pick because I feel that my life has been a series of small steps that I've taken, and I've always been proud of each small step and have taken time to celebrate them. But if I were to look at my life overall, I think that what I'm most proud of is where I am right now, living the life of my dreams. It doesn't mean that I don't still have dreams to fulfill, but I'm at a very good point where I have managed to fulfill most of the dreams that I've been I've had on, and by that I mean worked on them and really make them happen. And the place where I am now is what I'm proud of.
Okay, so we'll come to this right back. You said that there were a lot of small steps that you've taken. Out of all those steps you've taken, what is one that stands out? One that you've kind of shifted the direction maybe of your life, or
Mm-hmm. Direction per se, I've never changed because
Mhm.
I've always been lucky to be quite connected to myself. So I've always known what is important to me, what I like. Or maybe it was quite a big shift, for example, to realize one of my dreams of moving to Barcelona,
Mhm.
because I was 35 years old. I had already lived in a foreign country for 10 years. And after you've built a life in a foreign country,
Mhm.
to live to the place of your dreams maybe could sound challenging, right? And then
Mhm.
taking that step, which was leaving everything behind and going for what I knew would really make a difference into my life.
Mm.
I think that was quite a step for me. Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, you left Romania and you moved to where before
To
Barcelona?
to Hungary.
To
Yeah.
Hungary. Okay.
Yeah. To
And you
Budapest. Yeah.
stayed there for 10 years, and after that you
Mhm.
decided again to move, not to back to Romania, but to Barcelona, Spain.
Yes. True. True.
How can you tell us what made you make this shift? If you can tell
You
us.
mean how I realized it, or
Yeah, yeah.
why I
How
decided?
exactly? If how you realize it and how you decided, it's up
Mm-hmm.
to you what you want to tell us about this.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get a little bit of detail from you. How was it for you to make this
Yeah.
shift?
Yeah, I think it was, first of all, there was a lot of work that I put in it. First of all, I had to find out whether this is the right place where I want to move, because I felt, okay, I'm really calculated with the years that I still have to live. I'm always very conscious that this could be the
Mm.
last day of my life, and I want to make that day the best day of my life. And also the place where I live, the people I'm surrounded with, are important for me. So what I did is that I did a lot of research, having made a list of places where I thought I would want to live, and I researched on the quality of life in those places, on the activities that you could do there, on the rights of women, social security, temperature, everything. So I did a very thorough study, and then I decided, yeah, this is the right place for me. And then I created small goals for myself. Started working on them step by step. Okay, what do I need to look into to be able to move there, from the financial point of view, from the logistic point of view, and then it all came together, and it happened.
How long, I'm curious, how long since you've made the decision to move and you started researching
Mm-hmm.
to the moment you've moved to Barcelona, how long it took you?
I've never asked myself that, but I think it was between 6 and 8 months, something like this, because I was working on this with coaching itself. It was part of my practice when I was studying to become a coach.
Mhm.
So about that, yeah, 6 or 8 months. Yeah.
Okay, 6 to 8 months. Um, and you said that what helped you most was to set small goals for yourself and achieve those goals. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mhm. um, I'm interested also about the personal habits, to call it like this. Do you have certain habits that help you to kind of persevere in following your goals, to keep up your motivation, and because we know that, yeah, we can set a goal, but it's harder to actually achieve it. So how do you do it?
Yeah. It's very interesting. I'm very passionate about habits, and I even have a workshop on habits.
Oh,
And I'm a bit maybe too much into. I have too many habits, let's say, because I'm also passionate about lots of things. But basically, first of all, I have my daily routine, which includes meditation, breathing techniques, a weekly routine, which includes working out, doing yoga. And also I try to, for example, one of the things that is in my habit is to, in the morning, to write a list of the things that I'm grateful for, or if not to write, at least to think about it, either in the morning or in the evening. I also write, I have a jar of happiness notes where I write down the happy moments in my day, and then at the end of the year, I look through them, and I celebrate how wonderful my year has been, and I look back, and then I burn them out so that I make space for new happiness moments. And also, I guess the most challenging one, because I'm quite a performer, let's say, is to also make sure that I make space in my life for play, for relaxation, not in a meditation point of view, but really to leave that white space and to just be, for example.
It's about that harmony between the personal life and the professional life, isn't it?
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, that sounds great. So a lot of tips, kind of like what habits you're using to uh, have such a nice life, because you're saying that you've always knew what you want, and you've kind of been congruent on your journey, on your path. You didn't have to make like start like more probably I don't know, 300 180 changes.
Yeah.
So that's nice. Do you think that would you say that the habits played a role, or what did actually play the most important role in all of this?
I think that this guiding principle of love, because I've never, I think you even see it in lots of quotes, or that you should not let the world change you. And I think this has been the secret for me, that I haven't let the world change me, the disappointments, the let's say failures. I've always been quite positive and learned from everything, and I've always kept, I've stayed friends with love, let's say, and that's what helped me stay on my path all the time. So I didn't have, as you said, drastic shifts in my life, or just building rather on my dreams. Yeah.
Okay, so building on your dream, building on that love, on that principle of love. You're mentioning that you've learned. Can you tell us, from this shift of moving from Romania to Budapest, and after that to Barcelona, and of course this involves a lot of personal and professional shifts, just from this point of view, what is one lesson that you've learned, maybe from a personal perspective, from a professional perspective? What would be a lesson that you've learned?
As you can imagine, lots of lessons from many points of view, from all areas of life. But if I were to pick one, I think that the most powerful one that is very present for me at the moment is that everything is possible. And that knowing this has become my present reality, that there is no doubt that eventually I can make all my dreams come true. And when you get to that position, it's such a feeling of surrendering, that when you know that actually you can make all your dreams come true, you don't even need to have dreams, because that in itself gives you so much happiness and satisfaction, that you don't run for further things, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a certainty that I live with, and that's the biggest lesson that I'm left with. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds really nice, and you're saying that a lot of quotes about this. And the question is always, for me, we know what makes a good life. We have these quotes, and the wisdom is out there, all over social media and everywhere. But my question, and I'm really intrigued to find out how do you, how did you came to this? Did you come to this reality of yours that everything is possible? Do you have a certain moment when it clicked, or it was a process? What can you tell us about this?
I think it's a very good question, because it may sound very easy the way I say
Exactly.
it, especially.
It sounds very easy all over everything is possible. Yeah, of course. Yeah, for you.
Yeah, no, it's true. It has behind a process, a very long process of years and hard work. But in reality, what made the biggest difference, if this is what you want to know, is when I realized the secret that it's all in our mind, and that it's all in our beliefs, and the power of the beliefs, although, yeah, maybe it's, we over read about it, or we over speak about it, but there's nothing stronger than the power of the beliefs. And then that's when it clicked for me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when what I do is that if I look at my reality and there's something I don't like, then that's a mirror for my beliefs. Mm-hmm. And that's where you start to work.
Okay. So the power of your beliefs on a internal mental level. And
exactly.
Yeah. And again, to go further into this, maybe we get to the source. How did you get into this position? Is it related to what you did? As I know, you are a coach, and this. Tell us, how did you get to realize the power of the beliefs?
Mm-hmm. Well, I can tell you, speaking about length of time, I mean, I've always been a very self-reflective person since I know myself. Absolutely, it's a very young age. And it's been a journey of at least 20 years that I'm self-reflecting. And mainly, this has been the process, right? So this is my reality. There's something I might not like in it. And then I went inside myself, and I questioned, and I read, and I did therapy, and I did coaching, and I did all kind of tools that came my way. And then I got to this realization, as I said, that actually our beliefs about the world are reflected in our reality. So it's as simple as that in the end.
Mm-hmm. So
but it takes a long time. Sorry. Yeah. So also, for example, through meditation or yoga, because it's not only to change our beliefs, but we also have to release from our body the marks that were left by past experiences, and the energy of the thoughts, of the old thoughts. So I would say it's combined, psychological or soul work with physical work.
Okay. Mm-hmm. It is very interesting. I listened to you very carefully, and what I got is that you've acted on at the external level, on an external level, which was through these therapies like coaching, the therapy, and other useful tools that we can use to work with somebody else to help us become aware of what is happening, why is that reality that we don't like there. Yeah, to kind of become aware of, yeah, this is something that I don't like in this reality. How can I change it? And
Exactly.
get the external help. And after that, you've completed, you've brought the internal part into play. Okay, so I've kind of realized working with others, but after that, I had to work with myself on an internal level. And this was a tool, was the meditation you were mentioning. And we know that there are other tools. So we don't, it's not about what we can use, it is about how.
Yeah, there are so many tools out there, and that's why I'm not mentioning any, because I think for each one of us as individuals, and then for each of our periods in our life, we need different tools. So it depends where we are, at what stage in our life we will use different tools. And I'm sure that probably moving forward, I will encounter new tools. So yeah.
And now came to my mind another how, and I promise that this will be the last one, but I think that it's really relevant. How did you get into this position to become aware of your beliefs, the beliefs that is holding you back? Was it sudden mental shift? You became aware of, okay, the beliefs are holding me back, or it was again a process and you didn't even realize when you started working with yourself and changing your reality? How was it?
Very good question. I think that we can find many books about beliefs, and that's what I did as well. At the beginning, I read a lot, but probably what made the biggest impact is when I started my training as a coach, and I started working with the tools that coaching provides. And, you know, like all of us, we are so attached to our beliefs that at the beginning it's difficult to let go. And you're trying these things out, saying, okay, I'm going to do these exercises because they are part of the course, or I'm in a process, I'm going to give it a try. But in the end, it all came together. You know, I realized, yeah, this is it. And but I would say again, a very thorough and really sitting down with pen and paper, deconstructing my belief system, and then also working with others, right? In my practice as a coach, it's always reinforcing this, and it's always easy to see it in others, of course, but it is there.
So what you've used for your personal development in the end was, or the start of this was, the coaching training. And after that, of course, you had to work with yourself. And I like very much deconstruct. I like this word, deconstruct, and put everything on paper. Because it's about focus, and it's about looking into details, your internal details.
Exactly, and being very honest to yourself, you know. I think that's a very important element as well, because when we are, we have to stop lying to ourselves, right? Because I think there are many people, when you try to face them with their beliefs, they might not want to look at those. And then I think that really being very honest to yourself, okay, what do I think about this? So this is what I think. It's going to be what my reality will be.
Yeah. Oh, this was really, really, I don't know, full of knowledge. First of all, what you've mentioned, I think it makes a lot of sense for me, it's about making sense of it. If it's making sense, okay, yeah. Okay. So let's move a little bit into the futures and look what is one personal and professional shift that you would like to implement in your future.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that I don't separate so much the professional and personal, because for me, my calling is something personal, right? And I would say that moving forward, what I'm planning to do is basically to expand my impact as much as possible by supporting others through the tools that I have to reach the same realization and to go for their dreams and to help them believe that it's possible, to help them build the life, the magnificent lives that they were meant to live. And that's where I want to focus in the next period.
Okay, so helping other people to achieve their greatness. And you're mentioning about tools. Tell us, what are your tools?
Yeah, so coaching is one of them, as we've spoken. I'm also a family constellation therapist, and I also work a bit with energies, which is Reiki and matrix energetics.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And do you have like a specific goal? Okay, in the next period, you're saying about people, I want to help that many people, or in a specific area, or do you have something specific, or it's just an intention that you set for yourself?
I wanted to be a little bit both ways. So I want to help the people who need my help. Mm-hmm. If you know, I don't want to help everybody. I want to help only the ones who feel called by my experience, maybe by my words, who vibrate on the same level of energy and get inspired by the way I transform my life, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's nice. It's about attracting the right people, not trying to get any person that is interested to let's go.
Exactly.
Let's work on your dreams. Okay.
Yeah.
And in regards to this intention, what is a step that you want to take in like closer to the present moment? What do you want to do to achieve this?
Mm-hmm. I think that one thing is that, you know, we always speak about getting out of our comfort zone. And what that would be for me is really to continue to go from my heart and to give up, for example, the fear of how I may be perceived when I choose to be led by the force of my heart, and to speak as I speak passionately about what I believe in without being impacted what other people might think. So really, yeah, to continue to be guided by this force.
Do you have something specific that you're gonna do in the next period from in your area?
Yeah, for example, one thing that I'm planning now for September is a weekend retreat in nature close to Barcelona, where together with another two friends, we will prepare. So the weekend will be containing yoga and family constellation and some kind of exercises as well to support people with personal development, as well as very healthy and nutritious food. So we want to combine these concepts and create a weekend for whoever is interested to work on themselves in a beautiful environment.
Sounds perfect for me. A weekend in Spain next to Barcelona with good food, nice people, and guided through this with the learning tools that you have. That sounds perfect. Where can we find more information about this?
I will be posting it on my webpage and of course on the social media. So at the moment we haven't released anything. You're the first one to find out about it. But yeah, it's gonna be up in a couple of days.
So what is your website, just for the people that are watching to kind of stay tuned into it?
Yeah, it's gabrielaradu.com. So probably we can post it as a comment.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we are coming to the end of this interview. Thank you very much, Gabriela, for the. I think it was a part of inspiration, but it was more about the process and the learning tools, and how did you make these shifts, or actually for you was like just taking one step at a time and growing on your personal and professional life. Thank you for that.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, and it's been really a great pleasure speaking to you, and really thank you for your mission of spreading the word and sharing inspiration with the world.
Most welcome. Okay, everyone, this is it for today. We have more shift makers coming. We are interviewing more coaches, so watch the YouTube channel, subscribe and like the videos that we're posting, and until next time, all the best. Bye-bye.
Bye.